See you there. Welcome to
The H word.
Introducing Kevin, my assistant,
Hello there.
and my cameraman, Dev, and me. Today we're going to be making a chocolate brownie cake. The ingredients in this cake is 100 grams of butter, 200 grams of sugar,
400 grams of flours, 100 grams of cocoa powder,
60 grams of water, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda,
1.5 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
last but not least, 2 eggs. But, before we get into making the cake, we'll have to be doing a little math. No! More specifically, ratios. For example, this cake is in this ratio. All you do is you put all of these numbers. We're not going to be including the halves and the 2 and the 1. We put all of these into a ratio which looks like this. This ratio here feeds around 20 people. If we wanted to feed 40 people, for example, we would take 100, 200, 400, 160 times all of that by 2. Why, you might be asking? Because if this ratio feeds 20, then obviously times everything by 2 and you get double the amount of people you can feed with the cake.
Wait, can you cut that right there? Henry, you have to...
You could also do the same thing if you wanted to do it with, for example, 10 people. Except you wouldn't times by 2, but divide by 2. Because 20 divided by 2
is
10. And if you want to feed 10 people, you're going to need all of these ingredients, but divided by 2.
There we go.
Now let's get into the cooking.
I'm gonna get salmonella poisoning.
Put it in there. We're gonna be leaving it for about 25 to 30 minutes.
It's already It's ready.
Get this. Zoom in my eating this. You ready?
This part is really moist. Incredibly moist.
Bye.
Hello to people of Thailand. Today I am proud to announce the first ever Chang NASCAR race. Today the track that we will be using is this beautiful drag race track. The track length is 180 centimeters. Unfortunately, we only have 2 racers in today's race. Please give a round of applause for the first racer, Martin Chatburn. Let's give another round of applause for our second racer, Dev Galati. Everybody, turn on your engines. The race is about to start in 3, 2, 1. And we have a winner!
Man, how fast was Dev?
Well, that's easy. He went 48 centimeters per second.
How do you know that?
Well, that's really easy to answer. All we have to use is the distance, speed, and time triangle, like this. These are the formulas to get the answers. So let me show you how I calculated it. So Dev went 3 seconds and 0.75. What we do now is 180, because that's how long the track is, divided by 3.75, which equals to 48 centimeters per second, because this is seconds and this is a centimeter. I hope you enjoy my part of the video. Now you guys get to see Dev's part of the video.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the top of his head.
You help me with my math homework?
Oh, sure.
Oh, Dad. What I need help with is rates.
If you need help with rates, I can teach you, because I'm a mathematical genius.
Yeah.
A rate is a special ratio, which the two terms are in different units. So, for example, 1,000 baht is around over $31.
Wow.
Yes. That means the rate is then $31 for 1,000 baht.
Wow.
Rate of speed. You want to know that, don't you?
Yeah.
So, rate of speed is the rate of change of distance with respect to time. If a vehicle, oh, what a coincidence. There's two cars right here. So, for example, there are two cars.
Yep.
One right here and one right here. They're driving in two different rates.
Yep.
One at 120 miles, so 120 over 3. And the second car rate right here is 150 miles over 5 hours. Which car is going faster?
I don't know.
Exactly. So, well, it's not really easy to tell when the rates have different bottom numbers, right? It's not really easy to tell which one's faster. Fortunately, it is really easy to change rate when it has 1 as the bottom number. All we have to do is just divide the top number by the bottom. So, the answer you get is the top number of the new rate and the bottom number is just 1. That's it. So, this is called unit rates. Because unit means 1, so 1's at the bottom. A unit rate is a rate in which the second rate is just 1.
Yeah.
That's it. For example, 70 miles in an hour or 70 miles per hour. That's a unit rate. Alright, let's just convert the rates for our two cars into unit rates so then we can compare them. We can compare them very easy, very, very easy.
Yep.
So the first car is 120 over 3 hours. 120 miles over 3 hours. We just do the top number divided by the bottom. 120 divided by 3. What does that equal?
40.
Right. So 40 at the top and at the bottom is just 1 because it's a unit rate. So 40 over 1. Now the second car, 150 miles over 5 hours. What does that give you?
30.
You're very correct, kids. So it's going to be 30 over 1. Now, this means, what does this mean?
That means that the first car was
The
faster.
first car is faster than the second car.
Wow.
See? Now, son, will you be able to do your homework?
Yeah, thank you so much, Dad. Now I can do my
No
homework.
problem, son. Give me a hug.
Thank you, Dad.
Bye-bye.